Alright, got house chicken again. That's good. I am Wavdium. So, welcome back to the New Testament. I am currently on Matthew 14. Jesus feeds 5,000. Alright, and I got the house chicken dungeon. So, come on, feed chicken. It's the chicken! Nice. Alright. My luck's turning around now. I actually got house chicken 2 times in a row now in normal. That's good. Now have those on backup. Alright, so. But this is a bit different now. I am retorting. Let me also do my settings. Make sure I remove my Twitch link. Or my service. Custom. There we go. So I don't accidentally press stream when I don't want to. So, as soon as Jesus heard the news, okay, the previous day, so yesterday, I finished off on the death of John the Baptist, which, why they spoiled that he dies in the title of the chapter? Should have been surprised, like a plot twist that he's executed in jail, but they want to have it, like, someone needs to go back and remove spoilers from the Bible titles, I think, but, so Jesus feeds 5,000. As soon as Jesus heard the news, he left in a boat to a remote area to be alone. But the crowds heard where he was headed and followed on foot from many towns. Jesus saw the huge crowd as he stepped from the boat, and he had compassion on them and healed their sick. That evening, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a remote place, and it is already getting late. Send the crowds away so that they can go to their villages and buy food for themselves." But Jesus said, "That isn't necessary. You feed them." "But we only have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish," they answered. "Bring them here," he said. Then he took the people to sit down on the grass. Jesus took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, looked up toward heaven, and blessed them. Then, breaking the loaves into pieces, he gave the bread to the disciples. He distributed them to the people. They all ate as much as they wanted, and afterward, the disciples picked up 12 baskets of leftovers. About 5,000 men were fed that day, in addition to all the women and children. Why to separate the women and children? What? I'm guessing they're... alright. Jesus walks on water. Immediately after this, Jesus insisted that his disciples get back into the boat and cross the other side of the lake. While he sent the people home, after sending them he went up into the hills by himself to pray. Night fell while he was there alone. Meanwhile, the disciples were in trouble far away from land, for a strong wind had risen, and they were fighting heavy waves. About 3 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came toward them, walking on water. When the disciples saw him walking on water, they were terrified. In their fear, they cried out, "It's a ghost!" But Jesus spoke to them at once. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Take courage. I am here." Where is it? Then Peter taught him, "Lord, Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you, walking on water." "Yes, come," Jesus said. So Peter went over the side of the boat and walked on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw the strong wind and the waves, he was terrified and began to sink. "Save me, Lord!" he shouted. Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. "You have so little faith," Jesus said. "Why did you doubt me?" So faith lets you walk on water? Or is that only because Jesus was there they let you walk on water? Some sort of like magic or something, I guess. Oh, which one did I click on? I think I clicked on the wrong one. Oops, I want the other diff. It's better. Okay. One more temple. I'll take a sunset blade. Helter Fry's dream is better for the burn spread. Alright. Oh, I'm just trying to find where I was. This is one called Jesus Feeds 4,000. Another one where he just feeds people. I think that's a bit funny, alright. Wait, what am I doing? Win rate. When they climbed back into the boat, the wind stopped. Then the disciples worshipped him. You really are the Son of God, they exclaimed. But after they had crossed the lake, they ran it at Denserat. When the people recognized Jesus, the news of his arrival spread quickly throughout the whole area. And soon, people were bringing all their sick to be healed. They begged him to let the sick touch at least the fringe of his robe, and all who touched him were healed. Jesus teaches about inner purity. 15. Some Pharisees and teachers of religious law now arrived from Jerusalem to see Jesus. They asked him, "Why do your disciples disobey our age-old tradition? Would they ignore our tradition of ceremonial hand-washing before they eat?" Jesus replied, "And why do you, by your traditions, violate the direct commandments of God? For instance, God says, 'Honor your father and mother,' and anyone who speaks disrespectfully of father or mother must be put to death." What? Jesus, what the hell? It's out of nowhere. What? Falling flowers, the falling flowers. Alright, I'm rowdies. I fight those. But you say it is all right for people to say to their parents, "Sorry, I can't help you, for I have vowed to give to God what I would have given to you." In this way, you say they don't need honor their parents, and so you cancel the word of God for the sake of your own tradition. You hypocrites! Isaiah was right when he prophesied about you, for he wrote, "These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Their worship is a farce, for they teach man-made ideas as commandments from God." When then Jesus told to the crowd to come and hear, "Listen," he said, "and try to understand." Come on, let's hit the other one. I'll die anyway. Actually, never mind. Fine, win rate was right. You need to stop trying to interfere with the win rate. Because most times I'm running burn, it'll just die anyway. So, it wastes time for the animations, and I wasted even more time manually doing. Okay, next divergence. Oh, no, it's tier 2. If they win. Damn, so no one will try. Disappointing. Okay, so it's not what goes into your mouth that defiles you. You're defiled by the words that come out of your mouth. Then the disciples came to him and asked, Do you realize you offended the Pharisees by saying what you said?" Jesus replied, "Every plant not planted by my heavenly Father will be uprooted. So ignore them. They are blind guides leading the blind. If one blind person guides another, they will both fall into a ditch." Peter then said to Jesus, "Explain to us the parable that says people are defiled by what they eat." "Don't you understand yet?" Jesus asked. "Anything you eat passes through the stomach and then goes into the sewer." Huh? Wait, they have sewers back then? It's just like BC, like before God or something? They have sewer systems? What? Is this translation really accurate enough? This is the New Living Translation. I have to remind. This is not like one of the the ones endorsed by the British monarchs. It's, I think they've done that before. This is just New Living, so it's like a compilation of different translations merged into one, I think. So, I'm not too sure. I'm not a Bible expert. I'm not even religious, so I'll just shut up about what Bible is and which one. But actually, so much of is there like a site or something that chronicles the differences in each Bible version? Because I know there's sort of how localized names and stuff. They would have to localize the text to make sense, or use similar words that have the same meaning over other ones. So there should be quite a few changes in the Bible from that, and then I don't know which ones they would have. So what the fuck? And it's when I'm reading the Bible at LUNAR Memory in the shop. What? This must be a blessing from the Lord. Holy hell. Jesus is real, everyone. Alright, I'm gonna drink of water after that. Actually, now I think about it, I'm not streaming right now. If I wanted to go take a water break, I could just pause the recording. It'll make the exporting faster. It does take hours to export videos. And it's dead. Damn, I wish I was going to 410 then if I LUNAR Memory this early. Wow. But... okay, I was at sewer, and I got distracted when they brought up sewer. Imagine losing your track of thought when they bring up the word sewer. I want to take spice bush branch. Okay, what to take? Come on, interesting pack. Tied it to Cassetti this time, or should I fight Time? Oh yeah, Time Ripper needs dog. Alright, I do want to fight Cassetti. I don't do that pack much because it's very annoying. So I do want to fight the Blood Fiend. Come on. I do wonder if they'll give him an identity for the Bokdak version though. Since they for some reason did the actual what do you call it? The second Tindred, the two third Tindreds. I once again am reiterating, they should have not made Barber, Priest, and Dusalinia into identities. They should have done generic ones, not the actual, Tindreds. It just leaves a bad taste, I think. I might be one of the few people who actually think that, but... oh, I'm not accepting a neutral here. Lee-Sung Tent Flash. It'll die anyway, but... okay, not sewers. But the words you speak come from the heart. That's what defiles you. For from the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, all sexual immorality, theft, lying, and slander. These are what defile you. Eating with unwashed hands will never defile you. And I'm going to stop there and say, use soap. If it's using a fork or something, you're fine. But if it's something like finger food, like you're having a plate of fries or something, you would want to wash your hands. Well, that's if you're actually near a sink. And, well, clean sink, and you have soap available. Soap, wash your hands. For not because of this weird religious reason these other people are using to attack people. I mean for like more of a health and, you know, hands are dirty. Like this Bible, instead of dust on it from being set from sitting for like a few, actually over a year and a half without me touching it, and it's like, oh, dust is on your hands. You want to be eating dust with your fries. Dust and fries is not a good combination. Okay. Oh, favored, really? Once the burn spreads, it'll be fine. I need to upgrade that ego diff more, but the faith of a gentle. Is that gentle? I never actually typed that out. It actually has gentle as spell. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just mute the name capture real quick. So
Gentile.
Gentile, just not Jewish. So just Gentile. Alright. Oh yeah. Okay, it sounds a bit weird. I had the audio on like that, but so Gentile just means not Jewish. Wow, it's really specific. Why don't you go for the res there? Come on. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, I lost track of the. Then Jesus left Dawi and went north to the region of Tyre and Sidon. Gentile woman who lived there tempted him, pleading, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, son of David, for my daughter is possessed by a demon that torments her severely." But Jesus gave her no reply, not even a word. Then his disciples urged him to send her away. "Tell her to go away," they said. "She's bothering us with our begging." Then Jesus said to the woman, "I was sent only to help God's lost sheep, the people of Israel." But she came and worshipped him, pleading again, "Lord, help me!" Jesus responded, "It isn't right to take food from the children and throw it to the dogs." That she replied, "That's true, Lord, but even dogs are allowed to eat the scraps that fall beneath their master's table." "Dear woman," Jesus said to her, "your faith is great. Your request is granted." And her daughter was instantly healed. Oh, son of... You know what? Look the Bible for a second. I'm going to destroy the roses. Where is it? Knock down side. I have lunar memory. One turn this die. Come on. I'm taking over from run rate. I'm going to kill this thing. That sounds pretty violent. Okay, so it has 1,000. How do 1,000 HP in a single turn? Huh? I can't have the burn damage. The burn damage won't work, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, my citizen resources are horrible right now, actually. Okay. Try and break its parts, I think. Okay, yeah, that attacked both as I had it attack the other part. Part broken. To break the other part as well? Wait, no, yeah, I think it's going to die if the burn on both parts. 77 health. It's dead. I do think the ego egg looks pretty cool, though. I already called it ego eggs, or Admiralty eggs. Yeah, they should make like plushes of those. I would buy a plush of some Admiralty like egg versions. It'd be a continual trinket to tick. Well, if it's expensive, you don't want to tick it and accidentally tick it into a ditch or something. But okay, this thing, I'll just win rate it. The burn will spread into trash, power will increase. Okay. Jesus heals many people. Jesus returned to the Sea of Galilee and climbed the hill and sat down. A vast crowd brought to him people who were lame, blind, crippled, those who couldn't speak, and many others. Okay, why is it calling people lame? What does lame mean? But I don't think it means like the lame is just boring. But I mean the people lame is not as like a medical condition. Lame. Unable to wait, especially have an animal unable to walk without difficulty. Oh wait, they can't walk. Hey, I learned something new. Lame also means you can't walk right. Mostly animals, I guess. That res. Alright. So then if you like break your leg, it does think that means you're lame. You can't walk. Or walk with difficulty. Okay. Yeah, and many others. They weighed them before Jesus, and he healed them all. The crowd was amazed! Explanation mark. Okay, what here? Oh wait, that's to be good for fusion. Oh, illusionary hunt stud, yeah. I need to get the drums of flames. Okay. Bleed. Oh yeah, they rid of the Scipium. And drums of flames. Alright. Shard this. Good. Need tier 2. Come on. Stiff old rage. Really? Okay, did I fuse like another thing now? But I wanted the shortine sword. This I can. No, not that. Blunt? Take blunt. Or... yeah, I'll take blunt. Crushed memory. Alright. And so it's still something we set 1 upgrade for the other thing? 150, okay, so that. And buy 1 upgrade, I think, for your flames. So then another 100 out of somewhere. What did I sell for 100? No, I needed tier 2, so I should keep that. Or I could sell Rose Star and Tangled Bundle. Alright. Now Flames is maxed out. And so Stiffwood Rage is the third power. Alright. Come on, let me punch the Cassetti. Come on. So since I'm doing with Blunt now, I should have Ishmael because they're both mono blunt. Yeah, mono is the right term, right? I don't want to actually be saying something that's not what it is. Okay, what is it? I'm tempted then, really? Oh wow. Well, it's no time a single turn this time. I wanted to beat up the Cassetti, you know. Okay, so crowd was amazed. Those who hadn't been able to speak were talking. The tripled were made well. The lame were walking, and the blind could see then, and they praised the God of Israel. Jesus feeds 4,000. Then Jesus told his disciples and told them, I feel sorry for these people. They had been here with me for 3 days, and they have nothing left to eat. I don't want to send them away hungry, or they'll faint along the way. Disciples replied, where do we get enough food here in the wilderness for such a huge crowd? Jesus asked, how much bread do you have? They replied, 7 loaves, and a few small fish. Again. So Jesus told all the people to sit down on the ground. Then he took the 7 loaves and the fish and thanked God for them and broke them into pieces. He gave them to the disciples who distributed the food to the crowd. So praying to God is an infinite food source for Jesus. Wait, hold on. He could destroy the autonomy. That's a horrible thing to... I'm just saying, if Jesus was evil Jesus or something, he could like just spam create food with his prayers and just destroy some economies or like the food producers. by driving them into bankruptcy, I guess. Okay, section 3. Oh, wait, Cassetti's right here. Should I find it? Or should I go for sweeping for the more? Do I wait after sweeping it then for the stuff? Nah, I want to beat up Cassetti. Cassetti needs Dodd, alright? Jesus will grant Cassetti respite. You should buy first class ticket. You should buy first class ticket. Oh, that's horrible, Sinclair. Really? Why'd I pick Sinclair for that? He given to disciples who distributed the food to the crowd. They all ate as much as they wanted. Afterward, disciples picked up 7 large baskets of leftover food. There were 4,000 men who were fed that day, in addition to all the women and children. Then Jesus sent the people home, and he got on a boat and crossed over to the region of Nagan. So, if we compare this to the first one, with Jesus feeding 5,000 people, so they had less food to start off with. Before it was 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. This was 7 loaves of bread and a few small fish. And they still ended up with 7 extra baskets. And this time, unlike the previous one where it specified that there's also women and children, this one was just men. So, 7 baskets is the constant for leftovers Jesus has. Wait, where's Jesus put all the leftovers? Wait, what? He doesn't have a fridge. There's no Jesus fridge or anything. Where's he put all these loaves of bread and a fish? And the fish will go bad. The bread to probably stay out a while for going stale. So, I don't know. T-wordless. Crystallized blood. Yeah, useless for me, I guess. Readers demand a miraculous sign. Again with the signs. Before, a different religious group was demanding a sign. Now, readers demand a miraculous sign. I think it is repeating some stuff, or it's just like people have like the same thoughts, maybe? It could be a possibility. One day, the Pharisees and the Sadducees... Okay, Tom, I have to search that up. Sad with 2 D's, then you said a member of the Jewish sect or party of the time of Jesus Christ that denied the resurrection of the dead, the existence of spirits, and the obligation of oral tradition, emphasizing the acceptance of written law alone. Oh, so it's more of like the upper way? I don't know these religious, like, niche religions or something. Other case, back to the Bible, came to test Jesus, then that he showed him a miraculous sign from heaven to prove his authority. He replied, "You know the saying, red sky at night means fair weather tomorrow. Red sky in the morning means foul weather all day. You know how to interpret the weather signs in the sky, but you don't know how to interpret the signs of the times. Only an evil, adulterous generation would demand a miraculous sign. But the only sign I will give them is the sign of the prophet Jonah." And Jesus left them and went away. That's the same answer he gave before, but to different crowd. So, yeah. Also, they did say Red Sky, and you know, I'm just gonna drop this right here. Listen to Red Sky by the Fix. It's like the only like normal music that I've liked like the past. I was going through my old DVDs and found like old records like 80s greatest hits volume 2, and there was 2 of the same. There's like 2 copies of the same one. It wasn't given for free away. And then the only song on that I liked was Red Skies from the Fix, which made me actually don't listen to their first like album, Shattered Room. If I remember, I'm going to link it in the description of the video, Shattered Room. But that's like the only actual like album I've listened to from like actual artists, not like game music. So most of my stuff is just video game music, so not much there, you know. Oh, I think bloody gadget and dry tote. Nah. Okay, what else can I even fuse? Trust memory. I can try the tier 2s. Yeah, I can do tier 2s. So I can try and do a fusion like the flames. I don't think I'll need it, but always don't have options. I can explain. Okay, I don't need it anyway, I guess. This would be good to say he gives himself bleed, so he will have bleed at the start, so that might be quite good. So it's like this. Please, come on, give me the... now I'm not even try anymore. Gone, just dip. Actually, that's best for your poise, like poise town gen. This is still 1, but you don't need poise town gen. These guys don't die in a turn anyway. Alright. Yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees. Alright. Start dropping egos now so the passive's going, right? Seraphrez. I also drop. What's the Pode's passive? Suzanne Rossum Star. There we go. Kill them all. Okay. Waiter! They crossed to the other side of the lake. The disciples discovered they had forgotten to bring any bread. Watch out! Jesus warned them. Beware of the yeast of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. At this, they began to argue with each other because they hadn't brought any bread. Jesus knew what they were saying, so he said, You have so little faith. Why are you arguing with each other about having no bread? Don't you understand even yet? Don't you remember the 5,000 I fed with 5 loaves and the baskets of leftovers you picked up? Or the 4,000 I fed with 7 loaves and the large baskets of leftovers you picked up? Why can't you understand that I'm not talking about bread? So again, I say, beware of the yeast, the Pharisees and Sadducees. Then at last they understood that it wasn't about the yeast and the bread, but about the deceptive teaching of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. So they did actually just bring up the fact that he did have a bunch of leftover bread. I didn't think they'd actually bring it up. Wow. Ooh. Who's that take a hit there? Yi-san, can you take that hit? You can take that hit. Rory, can you take that hit? You can take that hit. Counter. $64 burn already? What? Why does Sasha have so much burn already? Peter's declaration about Jesus. When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi? What's Caesarea Philippi? Oh no, I'm just up even... Before when I was live streaming, I wouldn't search up this stuff. Now I'm retorting. I'm just like, I'll just search it up. I'll search it up. Ah, oh, I got spoilers. Damn. I searched it up. It's just like I already forgot because I was reading. It's like it says spoilers from the Bible. It's like, oh man, really? I won't spoil it here, but I'm trying to search up what it means. Don't give me spoilers to the Bible, which I'm currently reading. So I search up what an area is. I hate how internet searches always are full of spoilers. Like if I search up something, it'll have like, oh, the top results is a spoiler. Oh wow, thanks for telling me blank happens or blank dies or something. Wow. This is so... wow. Thanks, internet searches. Okay, when Jesus came to region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" Well, they replied, "Some say John the Baptist, some say Elijah, and others say Jeremiah or one of the other prophets." Then he asked them, "But who do you say I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Okay, maybe finish up this run. Oh, only 140, so I didn't do for the other one, huh? Okay, now I'm gonna swap up my team a bit. But that means I'm going to use the I forgot about the Andor Blossom Star Frost. So now they're in here. I'm swapping out for Base C for Artor Pief to help Dawn, because they will be the fastest and do 10% more pierce damage. So you know what? I'll do that. So confirm with 80. Done and done. Wow. Burn again. Hopefully I can get Hell's Chicken again. I don't think I got Lunar Memory again though. That's like a once in a season thing, I guess. Oh, not doing on hard. And normal. Oh. Take the unloving. So I didn't notice they have the actual Tanto like numbering behind like the on the theme pack. I never noticed that actually. So oh, next workshop in technology. Alright, no, up from there. Okay. So team, so I have the Fire Fist, Endor, Ishmael, Dawn. If I swap off Ishmael now for Rhodia. Or let me see, free plus free. This one is 4 plus free. This is a straight power tree. What? And they have 6 plus burn, 20 power plus 1, and they have burn 30% more damage. Does this one have? Just 50% more damage, so more damage from that. The other one also has like the detonation. Since I don't have Taunt yet, I don't want to detonate it, I think. So I'll go with Ishmael for now then. But then we on backup. I'll use the other one. More sanity real quick. So Jesus replied, "You are blessed, Simon, son of John, because my Father in heaven has revealed this to you. You did not learn this from any human being. Now I say to you that you are Peter," which means rock. Just a stone? I didn't know Peter meant rock. Is there like I wonder if someone actually made like a historical monument sort of like the Peter rock. It's just like a massive stone. That would be a funny thing. Probably a bit rude to the actual die, but you know, funny. Which doesn't make it right at all, but. "And upon this rock I will build my church, and all the powers of hell will not conquer it. And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, where whatever you forbid on earth will be forbidden in heaven, and whatever you permit on earth will be permitted in heaven." Then he sternly warned the disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. I think that tossed. Took the ring and lose it, so don't lose sanity. Because if you do complete it successfully, you lose sanity. So if you fail to check, you don't lose any sanity. That's good. Jesus predicts his death. From then on, Jesus began to tell his disciples plainly that it was necessary for him to go to Jerusalem, and that he would suffer many terrible things at the hands of the elders, the leading priests, and the teachers of religious law. He would be killed, but on the third day he would be raised from the dead. Peter took him aside and began to reprimand him for saying such things. "Heaven forbid, Lord," he said, "this will never happen to you." Jesus turned to Peter and said, "Get away from me, Satan! You are a dangerous trap to me!" It's page 747. Pages are stuck together then. I needed 748. Come on. There we go. Alright. You're seeing things merely from a human point of view, not from God's. Then Jesus said to the disciples, "If any of you wants to be my follower, you must give up your own way. Take up your cross and follow me. If you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. And what do you benefit if you gain the whole world but lose your own soul? Is there anything worth more than your own soul? For the Son of Man will come with his angels in the glory of his Father, and will judge all people according to their deeds. And I tell you the truth. Some standing here right now will not die before they see the Son of Man in his kingdom." No, coming in his kingdom. The Transfiguration. So is Peter basically the main disciple? Does he have a pardon distribution? Innovations? No. Come on, fast. 2 coins. There you go. Polarization. More count, because I don't have the chicken. Refresh. I'll take Burning Intellect. And, ooh, can I sell a tier 1 for that? I just spot it. No. It'd be better for fusion later on, mount the eyeball. Alright. Maybe the temple tax. What? No, I'm gonna transfigure. Okay, let me get some more. Oh, it's Marel. I thought it was only I forgot the rose banner works, but hey, it's Marel. What does he do with that? So he's agitated as his. Wait, sacrifice 10 to remove the status. Oh wait. So his terse talismans was remove status or reattach. Inflict rupture by the mount. Bind. Blunt fragility. Paralyzed by the amount of reattached terse talisman on self. Wait, how's he gain any though? Huh? The number of terses or never trust unit engaged in during a turn. Oh! That 10 raise the stagger threshold by 10 to remove the status. So he won't take damage from it. He inflicts more or less HP, and the first HP targets 5+. Inflict 2 paralyze. He still seems pretty weak though. How come he didn't get like an actual, or was it supposed to be? Because I know Heathcliff was changed in like some art. It was supposed to be a red sheet, but he was changed to Sunshower. So maybe he was supposed to have the actual Mario identity, but then he got changed to a Sunshower. Right? There's no Sunshower ads though. Since if you look at Heathcliff's story, it's not Dongbaek, so it has to be like they strapped a Sunshower and basic enemy. Or that was never planned because they probably rushed it. I'm surprised the first one's affecting any rupture though. Okay, so what is it? Dane Entangled. So what's this one? This is reattached. What's Entangled? Okay, I'll see next. Wait, he'll probably die, won't he? Okay, I'll see next time if he lives what Entangled Terse Talismans are. But back to Jesus. 6 days later, James took Peter and the 2 brothers, James and John, and led them up a high mountain to be alone. As the men watched, Jesus' appearance was transformed so his face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as white. Okay, that's not Mario. He died, really? He needed Jesus though. Suddenly, Moses and Elijah appeared and began talking with Jesus. Peter said, "Lord, it's wonderful for us to be here. If you want, I'll make 3 shelters as memorials, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." But even as he spoke, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and a voice in the cloud said, "This is my dearly loved son, who brings me great joy. Listen to him." The disciples were terrified and fell face down on the ground. What? Did John just jump scare these guys? What the hell? Okay, that's actually a bit funny. No, I don't think house chicken again. I'll take this. Power up seems like it'll be good. We did some water real quick. Alright, I'm gonna fight this thing then too. So those are pretty strong single toins. So a lot of MMOs have really strong single toin stills. It's something they won't give to identities that much. Which is a shame, but you don't need to use that right now. Then Jesus came over and touched them. "Get up," he said. "Don't be afraid." And when they looked up, Moses and Elijah were gone, and they saw only Jesus. As they went back down the mountain, Jesus commanded them, "Don't tell anyone what you have seen until the Son of Man had been raised from the dead." Okay, I think talking this much is bad for my throat, but I need to get better at speaking anyway. That's the entire point of this, is the, well, retorting stuff, is to get better at speaking, so should probably be pushing it just a bit, not too much. So I will stop. How much left is in Matthew? Okay, so Matthew ends at page 760. So I want to see if I can at least get maybe 3 more pages. I think it'll take 2 more retortings or streams to finish Matthew. And there's still more of the Bible afterwards. Or the New Testament. There's Matthew, Mark, Luke. Of course, they're not as long as Matthew's. Matthew's is probably the longest, I think. John, those are 2. Then the Acts, and Torfantis, Hebrews, Peter. Oh, Peter has one. Oh, wait. Okay, so he's like the main one. Alright. Of the disciples. So Peter does have one. Okay, and then before Son of Man, so when Jesus returns, then you tell about that. Then his disciples asked him, "Why do the teachers of religious law insist that Elijah must return before the Messiah comes?" Jesus replied, I have to think the next fight real quick. Jesus replied, "Elijah is indeed coming first, get everything ready. But I tell you, Elijah has already come, but he wasn't recognized, and they chose to abuse him. And in the same way, they also make the Son of Man suffer." Then the disciples realized he was talking about John the Baptist. Wait, what? Who's Elijah from the Bible? He's actually John the Baptist? I think I should have read the Old Testament before this, but I didn't want to read the Old Testament. Prophet and miracle worker. During the reason of King Ahab. Oh. Telling the books of Kings in the Hebrew Bible. Huh? Wait, in the New Testament notes, some people thought that Jesus was in some sense Elijah, but also makes clear John the Baptist is the who Elijah was promised to come. According to our council, all 3 Elijah appeared from Moses' 3 transfiguration of Jesus. Yeah, that happened. It also makes sure that John the Baptist is Elijah. Okay, so I think this confirms that in the New Testament at least, John the Baptist is this Elijah guy who lived in the region of King Ahab in the northern kingdom of Israel. And he's just like a prophet and miracle worker, I guess. I think it's some Old Testament or other religions. I know there's like different religious texts mentioned in that. So, do I have to read more to get full understanding? Well, boys, I don't really want to read the Old Testament, but I might last. But I think I should also look at the other religious texts then. But the one I have physically is the Bible. Since, maybe I'll see if I find any other ones. Maybe I'll check with the library, actually. But then the last time I did stuff from the library, someone already took out Lord of the Rings, so I couldn't read it. Alright. Jesus heals a demon-possessed boy. At the foot of the mountain, a large crowd was waiting for them. A man came and knelt before Jesus and said, "Lord, have mercy on my son. He has seizures and suffers terribly. He often falls into the fire or into the water. So I brought him to your disciples, but they couldn't heal him." Jesus said, "Your faithlessness interrupt people. How long must I be with you? How long must I put up with you? Bring the boy here to me." Then Jesus rebuked the demon living in the boy and it left him. From that moment, the boy was well. Afterward, the disciples asked Jesus privately, "Why couldn't we cast out that demon?" "You don't have enough faith," Jesus told them. "I tell you the truth. If you had faith even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it would move. Nothing would be impossible." Shit. Faith is stronger than the Force. Holy heck. Alright, torn helms. I'll take that. Even though I don't have any pierced steel 2s. Alright, come on. Flames, flames, flames. Come on. Sundered memory? What? How? Oh man. That sucks. I think fast. Alright, every time I mute myself, I'm usually either taking some water breaks or I have to burp or something, alright? I've never been too good with like it's the reason why I don't like carbonated drinks. Oh man. Do I have to? But why did I feel like a hint of banana when I burped? No, like I felt like a bit of banana. I know I ate like one banana today and a piece of bread and leftover fish and fries. Like a very small amount I threw in the microwave for about a minute and 15 seconds. Or was it 10 seconds? It's like, Oh, that's stew pot! I need the candle. Ah, oh, man. Well, that's another... So, I got the Swash gift. Who here is Swash? Sinclair? Oh, wait! I forgot! Yisong and Swash. Alright, so they're the two, like, starters now, I guess. For, still SWATs. Okay. Nothing will be possible. Okay, Jesus predicts, Dan predicts his own death. I guess it wouldn't matter for this. Oh, you're not flashing with that one, really? Who's attacking? Dregger, attack. Did that one, you know? Why am I messing with the win rate? Oh man. Win rate's not smart, alright? It's just supposed to be efficient, not done. So after they gathered again in Dali, Jesus told them, "The Son of Man is going to be betrayed. Betrayed into the hands of his enemies. He will be killed, but on the third day he will be raised from the dead." The disciples were filled with grief. Payment of the temple tax. I have to twick? I do have to twick. Alright. On their arrival in Capernaum, the directors of the temple tax came to Peter and asked him, "Doesn't your teacher pay the temple tax?" "Yes, he does," Peter replied. Then he went into the house. But before he had a chance to speak, Jesus asked him, "What do you think, Peter? Do kings tax their own people, or the people they have conquered?" "They tax the people they have conquered," Peter replied. "Well then," Jesus said, "the citizens are free. However, we don't want to offend them, so go down to the lake and throw in a line. Open the mouth of the first fish you catch, and you will find a large silver coin. Take it and pay the tax for both of us." I'm not even crashing anymore. What happened to win rate? Come on. You should always prioritize crashing with the one that's actually attacking them, I think. Or, wait. That works. The greatest in the kingdom. 18. They have like your numbers around. So for example, 17 was a transfiguration start. And then after now it's 18 at the start of the greatest kingdom. About that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" Jesus taught a young child to him and put the child among them. Then he said, "I tell you the truth. Unless you turn from your sins and become like little children, you will never get into the kingdom of heaven. So anyone who becomes as humble as this little child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Anyone who becomes a little child like this on my behalf is welcoming me. But if you cause one of these little ones who trust in me to fall into sin, it will be better for you to have a large millstone tied around your neck and be drowned in the depths of the sea." Jesus is always very violent, actually. He always turns to violence very quick. It's a bit surprising, honestly. It's a bit funny, but... Okay, what is a millstone, though? Is that like, for, like, sharpening on, tools? I think. I think it's for sharp... oh, it's for crushing grain. Grinding wheat and crushing grain. Whoa. A magic the gathering card? What? Oh, let me read this. Artifact. Player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Oh. It's just for helping to grind. It's like a large circle. No, I do not like the city I live in. Oh, last one, huh? What sorrow awaits the world because it tempts people to sin? Temptations are inevitable, but what sorrow awaits the person who does the tempting? So if your hand or foot causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It is better to enter eternal life with only one hand or one foot than to be thrown into the eternal fire with both your hands and feet. And then with Jesus' violence. Man. Okay, oh, burning it. Wait, I have that. Take Great Oak then. Dragons of the Manor? What would be on hard? I don't really like taking these plain packs. Alright, last thing I'll take, Emotional Subservience. I haven't fought a Fate Lantern in a while. Look, the one that hides and has the phases. Oh, Drifting Fog? Wait, is it Drifting? No, this is a Thorns. What is that? Oh, it's a Toadpool? What do you call that one? I forgot the Emerald. You don't fight it that often anymore. I used to fight it back in the mirror dungeons where there was no theme packs. Ever since I did the theme packs, you never fight. I'd never really fight it again. Oh, Dregger, what? You better get all your sanity back in this fight. Come on. Yeah, I finished with the help. Yeah, beware that you don't look down on any of these little ones. For I tell you that in heaven, their angels are always in the presence of my heavenly Father. Parable of the washed sheep. If a man has 100 sheep and one of them wanders away, what will he do? Won't he leave the 99 others on the hill and go out to search for the one that is lost? And if he finds it, I tell you the truth, he will rejoice over it more than over the 99 that didn't wander away. In the same way, it is not my heavenly Father's will that even one of these little ones will perish. Correcting another believer. If another believer sins against you, go privately and point out the offense. If the other person listens and confesses it, you have won that person back. If you are unsuccessful, take 1 or 2 others with you and go back again, so that everything you say may be confirmed by 2 or 3 witnesses. If the person still refuses to listen, take your case to the church. Then he or she won't accept the church's decision. Treat that person as a pagan or a corrupt tax collector. What's up, tax collectors? Why is that straight up tax collectors? Like the CRA or something? Well, I mean, how is the government to function? I don't know what it is in BC, but if modern day, you should pay taxes if so you don't get in trouble legally, but also because if there was no taxes, you wouldn't have a government, so you could be open to a tax by other governments. So there has to be some money to actually, get people to make sure the actual country is running. It would be bad to have no one running the country, I think. Because then, of course, external threats will just take over. Yeah, it's the Alleyway Watchdog, right? Alleyway Watchdog. Do I have max observation? I don't want to read. If I want to read, I would go on the wiki or something and just. I should go and read through all the Emeraldy things for a stream or something. That would be fun, I think. Because main thing I need to do is speak more, I think. Since that's what I don't do normally that much. So if it's me just reading for like an hour Emeraldy logs, that should be fine for a stream. If I'm recording it, it would be a bit more, how would you say, sad? Is this me stalking myself? What I'm doing, like, mirror dungeons in the background. Is that 50 tweers is a lot mirror dungeons, alright? I don't know who's insane enough to do, like, actually full focus on all these. I'm a bit too focused on it, but... I will tell you the truth. Whatever you forbid on earth will be forbidden in heaven. Whatever you permit on earth will be permitted in heaven. I also tell you this. If 2 of you agree here on earth concerning anything you ask, my Father in heaven will do it for you. For where 2 or 3 gather together as my followers, I am there among them. Parable of the unforgiving debitor. Okay, let's get over to here. I'll take that Pierce Stiff. I wanted to add the new Emeraldies to Mirror Dungeons. I want to fight this guy then. This brings up the G-Torp veterans out of nowhere. I thought it was a bit funny, alright? It should have made like... I know they also did for Myform Empties, but they need to have like actual unique sub-Emeraldies. Like how in Lobotomy there's like the Naked Nest ones, Censored ones, like sub-Emeraldies. Instead of just making it, you were recycling some enemies from the first 3 Tantos and then, oops. I think they should. Like sort of for Ting and Binds. Like for like the normal Ting and Binds fight, it should just cut immediately to Ting and Binds, not the just the Sinner and Reap Particulars. But then I think they're trying to save on development time, so they won't be making unique submarines. There should have been like a unique war like a submarine for whatever the Dundee is. I forgot his name already. I only fought him once or twice, but okay, I need another tier 3 or something. Or when we do a burn refresh. Come on, burn. I've been stammed then. 1 burn diff. Alright. Come on, more burn for the burn. Alright, I am ready. Okay, so I heard noises, so I stopped for a bit, took a break, ate some snacks, drank some water. My eyes are starting to feel a bit bad. So this will be the last. Every time I always do 2 mirror dungeon runs. So I'm just gonna finish up this run. This is the evil defining. So it's a hard node. It's a Pequod town. So I was at Parable of the Unforgiving Debitor. Then Peter tamed him and asked, Lord, how often shall I forgive someone who sins against me? 7 times. No, not 7 times, Jesus replied, but 70 times 7. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven can be compared to a king. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven can be compared to a king who decided to bring his accounts up to date with servants who had borrowed money from him. In the process, one of his debtors was brought in who owed him millions of dollars. He couldn't pay, so his master ordered that he be sold, along with his wife, his children, and everything he owned to pay the debt. But the man fell down before his master and begged him, Please be patient with me, and I will pay it all. Then his master was filled with pity for him, and he released him and forgave his debt. But when the man left the king, he went to a fellow servant who owed him a few $1,000s. He grabbed him by the throat and demanded instant payment. His fellow servant fell down before him and begged for a little more time. Be patient with me, and I will pay it. He pleaded. Just as his creditor wouldn't wait, he had the man arrested and put in prison until the debt to be paid in full. Damn it. No ego death. Why do I always take those? Alright. Fire Fist. Oh, you get tails there for a second drag. Alright, but Blind Obsession, I think? Or no, it's Dream Devouring Silk Turret. It's its actual name. Yeah, sure, I'll go for it. I'll fight it. When some of the other servants saw this, they were very upset. They went to the king and told him everything that had happened. Then the king told him the man he had forgiven and said, You evil servant! I forgave you that tremendous debt as you pleaded with me. Shouldn't you have mercy on your fellow servant, just as I had mercy on you? Then the angry king sent the man to prison to be tortured until he had paid his entire debt. That's what my heavenly Father will do to you if you refuse to forgive your brothers and sisters from your heart. Oh wow, alright. Discussion about divorce and marriage. 19. When Jesus had finished saying these things, he left Galilee and went down to the region of Judah east of the Jordan River. Large crowds followed him there, and he healed their sick. Some Pharisees came and tried to trap him with this question, Should a man be allowed to divorce his wife for just any reason? Haven't you read the scriptures? Jesus replied, They record that from the beginning God made them male and female. And he said, This explains why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and the two are united into one. Since they are no longer two but one, let no one split apart what God has joined together. Then why did Moses say in law that a man divorces his wife? No, a man to give his wife a written notice of divorce and send her away, they asked. Jesus replied, Moses permitted divorce only as a concession to your hard hearts. But it was not what God originally intended. And I tell you this, whoever divorces his wife and marries someone else commits adultery, unless his wife has been unfaithful. Jesus' disciples said to him, if this is the case, it is better not to marry. Not everyone can accept the statement, Jesus said. Only those whom God helps. Some are born as eunuchs, some have been made eunuchs by others, and some chose not to marry. For the sake of the kingdom of heaven, where anyone accepts this, who can. Wait, what's an eunuch? Wait, did foster suicide? Choose. Oh, it's just someone who's been castrated, I think. Oh yeah, they're really just dead. Alright. Jesus blesses the children. One day, some parents brought their children to Jesus so he could lay his hands on them and pray for them. But the disciples scolded the parents for bothering him. But Jesus said, let the children come to me. Don't stop them, for the kingdom of heaven will belong to those who are like these children. And he placed his hands on their heads and blessed them before he left. The rich man. Someone came to Jesus with this question, Teacher, what good deed must I do to have eternal life? Why ask me about what is good? Jesus replied. There's only one who is good. But to answer your question, if you want to receive eternal life, keep the commandments. Which ones? The man asked. Jesus replied, you must not murder, you must not commit adultery, you must not steal, you must not testify falsely. Honor your father and mother, love your neighbor as yourself. Opposed, struggling, hopeless? The second toying should be fine. Struggling, there's more toyings. Hopeless, more toyings. Opposed. Blind obsession though. What's that? Favored. Yeah, I'll take a favored. I'll drop the pote as well. Does it burn on both parts? Yep. Alright, this surely won't lose flash, right? Yep, there we go. Alright. I've obeyed all these commandments, the young man replied. What else must I do? Jesus told him, if you want to be perfect, go and sell all your possessions and give the money to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come follow me. But when the young man heard this, he went away sad, for he had many possessions. Then Jesus told his disciples, I'll tell you the truth. It's very hard for a rich person to enter the kingdom of heaven. I'll say it again. It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of God. Disciples are astounded, and whom in the world can be saved? Jesus asked. Jesus looked at them intently and said, humanly speaking, it is impossible, but with God, everything is possible. Alright. Dragger. Hit all heads? There we go. Oh, there's I forgot about the float streams. Ooh. Struggling? No, you'll win that. It's only one paralyze. That's wayward. Blind obsession. Blind. There's some moves. Both have max burn. No matter what Drago does then. That part will be broken by burn anyway. You don't have to worry about it. Then Peter said to him, we've given up everything to follow you. What will we do? Jesus replied, I assure you that when the world is made new, the Son of Man sits upon his glorious throne. You who have been my followers will also sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone who has given up their houses, or brothers, or sisters, or father, or mother, or children, or property, for my sake, will receive 100 times as much as that in return, and will inherit eternal life. And special contract. I think I have to go for another Sunset Blade. It's like the main skill you want to use Sunset Blade. Keep the town high. Wait, did I have Panel Sniffled Rage? I'm pretty sure I already had that. Okay, I'm taking another raft then. Fragment of... Wait. Well, let me fuse first. Let me get flames. Okay, I have Hounds, that, and that. There it is, Jumps of Flames. What else did I fuse though? Still to burn. I need another tier 1. And do I tier 1? Oh, UPS system. Well, yeah, it's cheaper. Alright, let me fuse it in. Candle. Then I fuse this. The cookbook with Papa Bongi on it. And then that. And that's Soothe the Dead. Alright, now I can buy whatever I want now. Refresh. Pre-order this town. Take the hammer. Imagine if all that, there's 2 like stones and I just buy the hammer. Oh, I shouldn't have bought the hammer. Alright, and get more toss next turn, or next one of those. And sell polarization, I think. And max out flames. I can't level these up, no. I don't need to level that up. Alright. Yeah, should be fine. Where was I? The rich man. And everyone who has given up houses. Wait, no. But many who are the greatest now will be the least important then, and those who seem least important now will be the greatest then. Parable of the Vineyard Workers, and it's Ahab. Yeah, they also have town, I think. So if they hit their invades. I think the burn on them is essential for the toin power then. Yeah, well they're to die anyway, so... Matter of fact, when you do this fight with Glimpse of Flames, they won't even have a third phase. They'll immediately die at turn start. For the kingdom of heaven is like the landowner who went out early one morning to hire workers for his vineyard. He agreed to pay the normal daily wage and sent them out to work. At 9 o'clock in the morning, he was passing through the marketplace and saw some people standing around doing nothing. Okay, these are still ones. Don't even waste your strong ones yet. Need them for trashing next one. And then, one more thing to burn on them, and then they're dead. It's about 4 turns. So he hired them, telling them he would pay them whatever was right at the end of the day. So he went to work in the vineyard. At noon, and again at 3 o'clock, he did the same thing. At 5 o'clock that afternoon, he was in town again and saw more people standing around. He asked them, "Why haven't you been working today?" They replied, "Because no one hired us." He went over to them, "And go out and join the others in my vineyard." That evening, he told the foreman to call the workers in and pay them, beginning with the last workers first. So when those hired at 5 o'clock were paid, each received a full day's wage. When those hired first came to their pay, they assumed they received more, but they too were paid a day's wage. Oh, they are at 1 HP. It doesn't matter. Get the Wrath res then. They're gonna be hit once and then they don't trash anymore, right? Or they still trash so their body's not broken. Yeah, their body's not broken yet. The actual HP is 1. What a weird fight. When they received their pay, they were protested to the owner. Those people worked only 1 hour, yet you've paid them just as much as you paid us, who worked all day in the scorching heat. He answered one of them, "Friend, I haven't been unfair. Didn't you agree to work all day for the usual wage? I take your money and go. I want to pay this last worker the same as you. Is it against the wall for me to do what I want with my money? Should you be jealous because I am kind to others? So those who are last now will be the first then, and those who are the first will be the last." Jesus then predicts his death. I don't think I have to explain that one, but it's just like the other one. How am I supposed to describe it? Like, I understood it, but I failed to describe it. You know, offensive plus 3. I'll just take the max HP. Oh, I take both. All right. Take sweeping then, or refresh? Section 4. Oh, you know what? To end this off, time for some Christmas torture. Mayor told in District 20, Bokdak. How do you actually pronounce that? I'm saying Bokdak. Approach the bread. Give me more diffs. Oh! Hongwu, you got this. Ah, everyone loses sanity. Wow. Let's pack Gnome. Oh, I did not read of Swath and Dwetany. Hey, Hongwu, do you want to die for our Lord and Savior? Alright. So I try and get more burn? It's not super shop. Normal shop. Sad plushie! Yay! Okay, what else should I try and fuse? I already have like one of those. I'm trying to think. Should I try a nebulizer or something? So that everyone poise? Do I even need everyone poise? Let's try and just get more burn, I think. When we get tier 1s. I can only buy 1 tier 1. Wow. Okay, now I fuse that with toffee and toffee and drains. I'll fuse a faint visage. Got that, and that, and that. Tier 4. Alright, what else? Well, if there's much else I can do. Besides try to level up the burn just to spread more burn. So I sell the Thunder Branch and get more levels, I think, for these. Take Painful Rage to that for the third unit. Now upgrade Fiery. That was immediately to Dawn, so that's fine. I can sell the hammer. And then I'll level up Fiery Dawn. Down. This. Pierce Steel's gain 5% more damage. 5% more damage, fine. 5% damage, okay. Okay, I have Blossom Star next. Got that. Alright. Okay, well, actually, someone might die, maybe. The counters. I know the gnomes have very strong counters. So I'm gonna try full win rate. No, actually, let me proc ego passives first. Yeah, I always proc ego passives for one. Okay, well. It's Whaling's passive. Okay, let's do that one. And do Pursuance. For this, I can do. Who sex is Sandy wants? Yeah, that's fine. Darn this one's what's this all meant? Negative effect. Yeah, I do that. And then for this one, Sunshine for some more trickle down SP. I could also drop another Blossom Star to start off with. It's ego spam. So just proc all the passives to fight these gnomes with. But the eagles themselves are weak, but hopefully the burn will be clutch. Yeah, the Ender Blossom Star is the only burn one I'm using. So, and then that's the why on, what do you call it, Helterfry's Dream to spread the burn. Okay. Jesus then predicts his death. This is the third time. As Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, he looked at the 12 disciples aside privately. No, he took them, not look at them. Took and told them what was going to happen to them. Listen, he said, we are going up to Jerusalem, where the Son of Man will be betrayed to the leading priests and the teachers of religious law. They will sentence him to die. They will hand him over to the Romans to be mocked, flogged with a whip, and crucified. But on the third day, he will be raised from the dead. Oh, he's actually appearing to his actual death, which that happens on the 3rd. It is the March 30th. So on Thursday is the anniversary of Jesus' death, and that was the reason I'm even reading this in the first place. So should I try to time it up or just keep reading like for 2 Mirror Dungeon runs a day? I think I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, I think. Jesus teaches about serving others. Then the mother of James and John, the sons of Zebedee, came to Jesus with her sons. She knelt respectfully to ask a favor. What is your request? He asked. She replied, in your kingdom, please let my 2 sons sit in places of honor next to you, one on your right and one on your left. But Jesus answered by saying to them, you don't know what you are asking. Are you able to drink from the bitter cup of suffering I'm about to drink? Oh yes, they replied, we are able. Jesus told them, you will indeed drink from my bitter cup, but I have no right to say who will sit on my right or my left. My Father has prepared those places for the ones he has chosen. Yeah, what other passages up? This one? Haste and offense level up. Okay. I can also drop. I don't need to drop that one. 4th match frame. Oh, he's dropped. Stood. I think it's. Oh, I always forget that there is a 4th match frame for Rodion, but I'm gonna use that. Test. Yeah, I could drop that. Yeah. You don't really need to attack that one, you know. Alright. When the 10 other disciples heard what James and John had asked, they were indignant. What? What does that mean? In the net. I-N-D-I-G-N-A-N-T. Indignant. Feeling or showing anger or annoyance at what is perceived as unfair treatment. Alright. James and John had asked, they were in the way. But Jesus told them then and said, you know that the rulers in this world lord it over their people, and officials flaunt their authority over those under them. But among you, it will be different. Whoever wants to be a leader among you must be your servant. And whoever wants to be the first among you must become your slave. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve others and give his life as a ransom for many. Jesus heals 2 blind men. As Jesus and the disciples left the town of Jericho? Oh, it was spread across like 2 paragraphs, or lines. A large crowd followed behind. 2 blind men were sitting beside the road. When they heard that Jesus was coming that way, they began shouting, Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us. Be quiet! The crowd yelled at them, but they only shouted louder, Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us. When Jesus heard them, he stopped and called, What do you want me to do for you? Lord, they said, we want to see. Jesus felt sorry for them and touched their eyes. Instantly, they could see. Then they followed him. And I will end it here. at Jesus' Triumphant Entry 21 and finish up the Christmas in District 20 theme pack. Alright? Now, time to kill Santawa. Does it actually mean? You don't need to attack that. It's supposed to die anyway. Attack the manager now if you're still one. Y'all don't wanna die. You're gonna explode. That's what Glimpse of Flames does. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Yeah, I couldn't even soothe the dead either, so. I'm hearing birds now. I think it is spring since I hear the birds throughout the window now. As these windows in this house are not too good. And they also have the asbestos ceiling, so it's probably even worse with the constant asbestos stream. Asbestos. So what do I even do while waiting? Oh, you're all burned. How many more is there? It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Alright, it's Santawa. Santata? Why I think there was an L in there? Oh, Santata? That sounds weirder, alright. Well, it hit the dip select, so it attacked both parts. Burn on it, it should be easier to action. Oh. Alright. He has no burn on him, that's why. But now he has burn on both parts. So he will take more damage from the flames. And now it rolls for an 18 against him. Town, really? Yeah, town is always the rare thing for some SAS effects. He's already past half health without that, and then instantly dies. Absolutely stunning work. Alright, 24%. Oh, Yi Song was top. Alright. The Swash Diff helped them both. Alright, 140 of that. Alright, I'll claim that. I wonder if I'll reach 1,000 because of this. Because the 50 runs is a lot. But that will. Why House Sinclair here? Why what? Okay, I think it's swapping which ones I had on. Well, it doesn't swap with the identity I chose, but swaps which one was showing. So yeah, let me swap Molar off. What does Sync talk about anyway? That doesn't matter. Send here then, alright. I've been Lavdium. There's probably at least gonna be another. I don't know. There 2 at a time. So I'm at page 750. Out of. This is page 900 and something. These are very long pages. This is a big book. I don't know how much. I wonder if I'll even finish reading it before I get to 50 clears. Because once I get to 50 clears, I'm not doing this anymore until the next mirror dungeon. So, that's going to be something. There's not much for me to gamble for. I should probably shard this soon. What happens if Walpurgis has an ego, then I'll shard this immediately. If not, I'm gonna wait till the end of season to shard it. And I always telling for I'm rich right now in pulls and stuff. I'll just do a 10 pull on every banner, every new banner. Not the next one though. If it's sort of standard, like a single banner Sinclair, I'm not rolling on that. All right, I know better. I still have this ticket. I use the other one for ego shards. I thought I could have done this instead of spending boxes to up type 4 high show pack Ryoshu. Because that's what I did for Otis, was use the season free No, season 2 did the molar one for shards. Since, you know, I have every identity in the game except for Deviat Sinclair. But I've been Lavium. Bye. Time for an audio test. I unplugged and replugged in the microphone. So, the 12. Oh, mute 1. Unmute. Luminaria music, play. Water test, how loud will it be? Did the Dargle appear on the audio? I'm gonna go check. So audio test done.